5 things that we used to be able to do in this timeline, and we can't do it no more. State building, built May 1st, 1931. This is a 102-story building that was built in 401 days. 3,500 workers, they were building 3 to 4 floors a day on average. Empire State Building is a staple in New York City skyline, and we cannot build like that anymore. I'm sorry. 401 days, 102 stories, we cannot do that today. By the way, it was also built to dock airships. In 1931, September, an airship actually docked the Empire State Building for 3 minutes. That's something also we don't do today. The moon. Apollo 17, 1972 was the last time we put a man on the moon. Apparently, we can't do that no more. Apparently, we lost the technology to put men on the moon. We had Apollo 11, we had Apollo 12, we had Apollo 13, we had Apollo 14, we had Apollo 15, and we had Apollo 17. And that was it. Some people say the cost, some people say political views, but as of right now, we do not have the technology or the will to put men on the moon, but hopefully we will. Number 2, Greek fire. The Byzantine Empire in the 7th century had this liquid fire that could not be put out by water, and they used it in their naval ships. This was highly flammable and even burned in water, but we cannot reproduce it. For some reason, the recipe is lost. We can come close to things like that, but we can't reproduce the firepower of the Greek fire. Coral Castle in Florida, built by Edward Lanskin. This man built this whole coral castle over a heartbreak of his lover. 1923 to 1951, he built an 1,100-ton castle. Did this at night with no help and no machinery, and he said he mastered leverage. Did this in 1936, due to property zoning, he had to move the coral castle 10 miles, and he did it by himself at night. We can't do that. Damascus steel, 300 BC, renowned for its durability and its sharpness. It could cut through metal. Originally made in Sri Lanka with the roots steel method, highly sought after for its durability and its sharpness. Something that we cannot produce today. We can come close. The sharpness and the durability of the Damascus steel is not made today. We can't make it. Have you ever drawn this symbol? Do you remember the first time you saw this symbol? Do you think that this is encoded in our reality? Or do you think this is just something that we're mimicking from each other? This is called the Super S symbol. Why does everybody know this symbol right here, but nobody knows where it came from? The thing is that this is just more than a doodle. They call this a memory artifact. This is a symbol embedded in our subconscious that is a glyph from outside the simulation. We are at the ancient artificial intelligence or ancient AI part of the map. If you want to follow along on our map journey, the link is in the bio. You probably drew this in school or saw a classmate drawing this, but everybody says the same thing. They don't really remember where it came from. There is no confirmed creator, brand origin, or company behind it. So how do we all know this symbol? People claim that this symbol, this Super S, is actually the logo we see right before we enter the simulation. Bold statement, I know, but there are 3 things. It's familiar, it's symmetrical, and it feels intentional. Also, everybody can instinctively draw this symbol. Even if you've never drew this before, you could put pen to paper right now and probably draw it from memory. It is internationally known. It is a watermark from outside the system. Psychologists claim we may be just mimicking each other, but guess what? This happened before the internet. There were no memes. There was no social media, but we all instinctively know this symbol. Is this coded in our brain, or is it coded in our reality? Did you see it? When did you see it? And do you believe that it is outside of our reality, outside the simulation, or this is just something that we're learning from each other? Let me know. My mind will not accept Man Can't Jump. Who directed White Men Can't Jump? Spike Lee? You're wrong. Not in this timeline. He didn't direct it. He didn't have anything to do with it. White Men Can't Jump was directed by Ron Shelton. Ron Shelton is the director of White Men Can't Jump, and I am this years old because I always thought, and to this day, that it was Spike Lee. You cannot, this whole time I thought it was Spike Lee. Meet the Millers, 2013. It's not the movie. It's not the movie. That's not what it's called. It's called We're the Millers, not Meet the Millers. In this one in particular, I don't care how much I stare at this picture. I don't care how much you tell me. I don't care how much I can read it. It is Meet the Millers. It is not We're the Millers. I don't know why it is stuck in my head. I'll be on that hill. I'm staying on the Meet the Millers hill. And Spike Lee, but Did it change for you, or am I tripping? I might be tripping. You never know. I might be tripping a little bit. Where is he now? Remember Max Laughlin?
This up, the Mandela effect, and let's have at least one human being who might watch this potentially be able to understand what you're saying.
Right. So when our universe was destroyed over here,
and this was, you think, when CERN Super Collider did its experiment?
Large Hadron Collider, yeah.
Or the Hadron?
Large Hadron Collider, right.
Okay.
Our universe and timeline was destroyed. We were, let's zoom this in a lot, zoom.
Apparently, he has jumped off the radar. Remember, he was making an invention where he was taking radio waves and turning them into electricity, following Nikola Tesla's prototypes? The 14-year-old kid genius that broke down the Mandela effect and his theory that he thought that CERN and the particle accelerator actually caused us to shift into a parallel universe.
Which then create more universes, which then reverse to create other universes. As I said, infinite universes, infinite everything.
Yeah, that Max Laughlin. Where is he? Yeah, the 14-year-old that was taking MIT classes? Yeah, that Max Laughlin. Where is he? What happened to him? Where is he now? He was breaking down exactly what we are talking about right now with timeline shifts, Mandela effects, and CERN. Apparently, he is nowhere to be found. He's been off social media since 2017. There's very little traces of him, but what I find odd is that he was very vocal in his findings, in his theories, and he was doing talks and he was doing inventions, and then all of a sudden, poof, gone. And everything that he is saying still rings true today. Whatever happened to him? Right now, does anybody know where this kid's at? Well, he's a grown-up now or a young adult, but what happened to him? He just kind of just gone. What happened? Where is he at?